Today is day 15 of my 100 Days of Gratitude. Today is important, and I have set it aside specifically for this reason. So in honor of her 15th season, today I'm grateful for Ellen DeGeneres. She is kind and generous and strong and sweet and obviously hilarious. And she's definitely one of my idols. When I was in high school, people would say things like, oh, you should be on SNL, or, I mean, I make it sound like, 500 people told me that. Probably 2 people have said that to me in my life. And after winning Funniest Female in high school, which I did have on my resume for a few years, and finally somebody said you can't put things like that on your resume, so I took it off. Anyway, I would absolutely love to do something like that, like host a daytime show, especially with her level of hilarity. I just think it would be so fun. But she is just continually a symbol of strength for me. And I follow her on all my social media, and I turn to her to kind of brighten my day. And I think it's pretty amazing that she's never met me, but is so important to me. And before I was diagnosed with cancer initially, I'd kind of decided that I wasn't interested in getting married. And I wanted to be with Keith forever. I loved him so much, but I wasn't sure if marriage was right for me. And then I was diagnosed at 26, and within like a week of that diagnosis, I thought, if this is going to kill me, I want to die as Keith's wife. And I thought, oh, that's kind of a strange, that's the first time I've had that feeling. And so time went on, and then Keith proposed, and we ended up getting married. After 9 days before our wedding, we found out that I had stage 4 cancer. So it was a bit of an emotional roller coaster. The Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday leading up to the wedding, we were in the hospital. I was getting my scalp cut open. I walked down the aisle with stitches in my head. It was just a crazy time. But Ellen and Portia have kind of set that example for me, in that they just have such unconditional love for each other. And, I've heard of so many marriages being affected by cancer, and the spouse throwing themselves into work, or, turning to maybe a substance to get them through, or having affairs because they just can't handle it, or whatever the case. And, I say things like this to Keith, and he just, looks at me like I'm crazy for even suggesting that he doesn't have to stay. He's just like, well, this diagnosis happened to us. It's not just you, it's to us, because Keith Davidson is an incredible human being. I've often thought about the woman who will get to be with him after I'm gone. And oddly enough, that doesn't upset me. I think it did initially, but, well, now I'm just going on a tangent, but I'm just going to let it run. Yeah, I just think about how lucky she is. I mean, he's such an incredible man who just loves me unconditionally. And I think I had very high expectations having watched Ellen and Portia. If you don't know anything about their relationship or marriage, or how the kind of standard that they set, I guess, I suggest you look into it, because they're pretty incredible women. But yeah, they set the bar pretty high, and I think Keith and I have met that bar because a lot to do with Keith. He puts up with me, and like I said, I can't escape this cancer because it's in my body, but he can, and he never once has suggested that he's wanted to leave or wanted out or anything. He's amazing. So anyway, I know this kind of became the Keith show, but I'm definitely grateful for Ellen DeGeneres and all that she does, and she's kind of led us into her success, right? Her show and her games, and my mom and I have laughed more during Heads Up than I think any other game. I don't have fantastic lungs, and some of the times that we've played that I've just wheezed through, and watching it back is just hilarious. Anyway, to Ellen, oh my gosh, if you were ever to watch this, You are one incredible woman who really, really positively affects my life, and I'm just very grateful for you. So you're my reason 15 today.